What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video, your girl is here to bring you another video in my Fragrance Friday series. I have already filmed this video once. I was supposed to put it up last week, but I looked at the footage. I had lipstick all over my teeth the whole video, so that was a no. And I just decided to refilm it after now getting quite a bit more wear out of some of these fragrances, the ones that I really enjoyed. The last time I filmed them, I took the time to actually wear them throughout the day, so hopefully I can give you guys even more thoughts than just kind of my initial impressions. And because I just went on in a tangent and didn't tell you guys what we're going to be talking about today, I think last month I picked up the Twisted Lily Best Sellers set. This set, you get 10 samples of their best-selling fragrances and colognes to try. They also do give you little tester strips, which I really did appreciate. There's also a little like pamphlet inside, and if you go to the QR code, it'll tell you more about each fragrance. And the last time I did not use the QR code, this time I am, just to give me more information to kind of talk more knowledgeable in this video. So yeah, I did not record this look, but this is using only Project Pan items. There is not one thing on my face to date that is not Project Pan, so everything will be listed down below. And yeah, let's get into it. Alrighty, so since I already used their little tester strips last time, I will just have to use my little homemade ones today. And I do already have their website pulled up on my phone, so I will be referencing the notes and information there. And then I will also go ahead and scoot over right now, and I will have the notes pulled up from FragranceNet, and those will be on the screen for you all to see as well. So we're just going to go in the order that they list the fragrances in this sampler set on the website. And I know I didn't say this sampler set is $48, and I believe I picked this up with Lauren May Beauty's discount code, which gave me, I believe, 10% off of my order, in addition to, I think I picked up a couple other samples that I wanted to try from this website. So the first sample that they talk about is Maison Francis Kurkdjian Baccarat Rouge 540. So I have sampled this now 2 or 3 times, and every time I sample this, I can't smell it. I can smell it on my body, so I actually am just going to go ahead and sample it. I'm going to put it on my hand, just this one, because quite literally I just cannot catch any notes, any scent of it unless it is on my body, combining with my body skin and chemistry and all that. So there is like a ambery but fresh floral type scent when it comes to this, and it has a nice quickish dry down. It doesn't take quite long for this to dry down. My issue, particularly when it comes to this scent, is that I am innocuous. I believe that's the term, where you basically can't smell it, to this scent pretty much after it dries down. So where some people, it takes them an hour to no longer smell it, I can't smell it even past like the 2 minutes or so that it takes it to fully dry down. And so for me, I just don't understand why I would pick this up. It's a beautiful scent, beautiful mix of florals, like I said, and ambers from what I can tell. Let me see what the website says. The website says a poetic alchemy of amber, floral, and woody breeze on the skin. A sophisticated signature with an unforgettable scent trail. And I will say this, I wore this to a wedding. You know what? I wore this to a wedding that had happened, I believe, last weekend. And although, like I said, I didn't smell it, I do, now that I'm like smelling it again, I do vaguely remember the scent trail of this. And I just thought it smelled good, but I didn't know it was me. So, interesting. I'm not convinced from what I can smell now that I want to pick this up. But there are some like either right on dupes and or fragrance mists and lotions that accompany or are very similar to this scent. And what I would like to do is maybe pick up one of the lotions and maybe one of the dupes in the mist and see which of the, you know, combinations I like the most, and then I will decide from there, because Baccarat Rouge is not cheap. But since I know it's such a highly raved about fragrance, I know it's going to be on the market for a very long time. There also is an extract version. This is the Eau de Parfum. So an extract is a stronger perfume. It's going to last longer. I think even the scent bubble is bigger, stuff like that. So that also could be something for me to consider. Maybe not getting the parfum because I don't really smell it after, you know, a little bit of something. Like right now, it's starting to get super, super vague. I can barely smell it now. And I've not only had this, but like maybe 2 minutes. So getting the extract, I might get more longevity, because I don't find, specifically because I can't smell it after this first minute, I don't find that there is an extensive long longevity. But if we're thinking about the occurrence that I had with the wedding, I would say it did kind of last 4 to 6 hours. And like what would happen is maybe I would whiff, or I'd walk through a hallway or something and I would smell it afterwards. So maybe this really does have some longevity, and maybe it's just the extract that would be best for me. But I wouldn't want to pick that one up because that one's more expensive than the Eau de Parfum, until I'm really convinced that this is going to be a fragrance that I would really, really like. For me, this would be a fragrance that I would only wear on special occasions, like dates that are like in fancy locations, like stuff like that. I wouldn't wear this to work. I wouldn't wear this going to the grocery store, although you can. To me, it just, no. But that's so interesting. So interesting. Okay, I'm really glad that I took the time to step back and redo this video. Okay, next we're gonna do Juliette Has a Gun, and this is their Not a Perfume. So this is an Eau de Toilette, or Eau de Parfum, which means it's pretty much the typical kind of concentration level, not a toilette, which is lighter, and not a extract, which is this, which is more concentrated. And with this is a very subtle scent. This is, I would feel like, the quintessential existence for a skin scent. It'll seep into your skin and it'll just combine in the most subtle but beautiful way. There is some florals in there. I wouldn't say there are white florals. If there are, they aren't very screechy to me, which is good, but there's definitely some florals, and there's like a calmingness to this scent. So let's see. It says that it is a skin scent that will both comfort you and get you all the compliments. I don't know if I would say that this would get you compliments, if I'm being really, really honest, but it is a really nice skin scent, to the point where I could see me wearing this to sleep. I don't think I've done that yet, but I have combined this with some other scents just to kind of layer and see if I like it. And I do like this as a layering fragrance or a parfum. Once again though, do I think it's worth it to spend the amount of money that this is? I don't really know. So definitely a good scent, definitely like it. And if you're kind of trying to get what type of scent, I would say it's more of a clean comfort. So think a subtle form of a laundry detergent, dryer sheet type scent. It's not very strong in that. You can definitely smell the clean, but it's kind of subtle under the calming effects that this really does give. It's calming. It's calming. That's all I can say. So yeah, that is Juliette Has a Gun, Not a Perfume. Now we're into one of my favorites from the last time that I was smelling it, and this is Wilhelm Parfumery's Mango Skin. Now this smells delicious. I do not like the taste of mangoes, but apparently I like this interpretation of the smell of mangoes. It is so tropical and fresh, and it literally smells like you've just opened up a rind of multiple different scents. I wouldn't necessarily say this is mango to me, but there's definitely that fresh kind of citrus environment, and you just breathe in that cool air. Really, it's just that mango freshness. I don't really smell anything else. There may be some vanilla in there to kind of offset it. I don't think there's anything else. Let's see. This is a fragrance that is a burst of blackberries. Really? This is a burst of blackberries, mouth-watering mango, and a pinch of pepper combined in a colorful cocktail of flavors. I don't smell that pepper, but I can remember smelling something a little spicy towards the end of wearing this. One of the couple of times that I did wear this, I would say this has a quite nice longevity. I would say 4 to 6 hours. Medium projection. I don't think it's like super big, but not a skim scent either, which is kind of where I like kind of the middle when it comes to projection. Like I said, longevity was really good. I really like this scent, and I think this would be perfect for like the summer. I don't know if I would necessarily associate this though with the spring, because I feel like associate more florals with springtime, because you know you want to smell like the flowers are blooming and all of that jazz. And then when the summer, you know, you want something that's light, fresh, and citrusy to like be able to be light enough to work with that heat coming on you and stuff like that. It's a really nice scent. I don't particularly know if I'm going to actually pick this one up, and that's why it's taking me so long to actually refilm this, because I have been trying to narrow down which of all of these beautiful scents I really want to pick up, and I don't think I can narrow it down. I think some of these are just going to end up going on my list of a long list of perfumes and fragrances that I want to pick up. But this is definitely one that I think is full body worthy. If I'm going to pick it up with the coupon that you get picking up this set, I don't particularly know, but it smells so good. And if you are into mangoes, I would highly recommend. To me, I don't even smell any of that blackberry, but I wouldn't put him past it. This is a brand that I'm sure with all of these other brands are really just good at mixing and blending these notes so well that sometimes it's really hard to pinpoint the exact note that you're smelling unless you're like, you know, a professional at this, and I am far from that. So yeah, really love this scent, like love it. This will definitely be going on my list on my phone of fragrances that I want to pick up if I don't end up picking it up in this rotation. And in case you were wondering, if you get this sampler set, they end up sending you the coupon, and then they give you 60 days, I believe, from the day that they sent you that coupon to actually spend it, and you get 15% off of your purchase from this order. So theoretically, if I was really balling, if I wanted to just roll with it, I could just buy all of the scents that I really want from the sampler with that coupon. But I'm not balling like that because I've been acting like a material girl this last month. So I really need to step back. But either way, definitely something that I want to pick up. I highly recommend at least getting your nose on it, if not even honestly taking the time to pick up this sampler set too, because it's not that expensive and you get your nose on some really beautiful, extravagant, and I feel hard to smell scents, or hard to get your nose on scents. Okay, the next one is not one that I loved, but it wasn't terrible, and this is Montal's Intense Cafe. This is a really popular and well-known scent, and this is is this a Eau de Parfum? Yeah, this is a Eau de Parfum. So let's spray it again. So this is definitely not one of the scents that I picked up to kind of test out further, and it's not because it's bad. It's not bad at all. It's actually a really nice kind of subtle scent that truly could taste like or smell like a cafe. There isn't enough coffee hitting me right now to really smell like a cafe, which is good. I'm not particularly in love with the smell of coffee. It does have, I would say, some vanilla, maybe even some amber in this as well, with kind of that coffee note. I do know there is a coffee note in here. So this is a brilliant floral notes reveal a surprising heart made of delicate rose and sensual coffee. That is rose. Either way, it's a really nice blend, and I really do appreciate this, and I will get more use out of this, but it's just not the type of scent that I would want to reach for right now, and that's really why I didn't get much use out of it in this last week. It's just not a floral enough scented fragrance for me to really think that it would be okay to wear right now, you know. Maybe I would say for me, if I reached for this, I would probably reach for this more late fall and wear it then. I think there's just enough coffee in there to kind of ground it a little bit too much for me in the spring. But don't get me wrong, this definitely could be something that people pull off in the spring. I just don't think it's something that I would pull off. As that said though, I'm not in love with the scent. Like, it's a beautiful scent and I will use my travel sample, but I don't think as of right now that this is full body worthy for me, but definitely excited to have that sample. Next is another very popular scent, as all of these are, and this is Parfum de Majesty's Delena. I have heard nothing but raving reviews, not only about this particular fragrance, but also the other ones in this range. And this was one of the fragrances that I took and really got quite a bit of use out of. I don't have much left in my little travel sample. And I did that because I was once again really trying to put a nose on, is this something that I want to pick up in the future right now? What is it about this? And this has a powdery scent to it, which is really nice. It also has some florals. I don't think I would say this is rose. I would think I would say some other type of flower in there, maybe lily or something. I'm not really all that good when it comes to really identifying flower notes, but there's definitely some florals. Like I said, there's definitely some powderiness in this, and this had a decent projection. Once again, decent longevity, 4 to 6 hours. I would say about a medium projection, and it's nice. It really is, but it's kind of on the same level as Intense Cafe for me. It's not really forcing me to really love the scent. I enjoy it and I will get the rest of my use out of this little sampler, but I'm not convinced that this is full body worthy. It's cute, it's refreshing, it's bright. There's some, you know, like I said, there's like some powderiness to it, but it just doesn't feel full body worthy. And let's get into the description on Twisted Lily. And the description says, the central bouquet, structured with a fruity trio and a strong base notes, gives depth to Delena that makes it subtle yet mysterious fragrance. I don't know if I would call this a mysterious fragrance, if we're being really honest, but I do think it's nice. And there are right about the fact that this is subtle. It's not overpowering, which is something that I do appreciate, but the amount of scent that you can smell, it smells really nice. Next is a Creed scent. So this is really crazy. I honestly didn't even know this was in there. Like I said, I saw that this had Baccarat Rouge and I pretty much just automatically purchased. I really had just been wanting to smell that one. And the Creed scent that's in here is 1760. So no, it's not. That's not the name. The name is Enchantillon, I think. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. Or maybe it's a Ventus. I don't know. Let me see. What is the name of this? It's a Ventus. So this is a very popular scent as well. Another scent that I had never gotten my nose on. So once again, that's just the great part about getting this sampler for me personally. This though is not it. This is not it. This is like you're in the barbershop and they just finished cleaning everybody, and you know that solution that is in the barbershop that they put like their combs and the stuff to like sanitize? So you got that in the air, and you also have these sprays that they're spraying even in the barbershop and also in like the hair salons. It doesn't matter. Those aerosol sprays that just fill up the air and just clog up the air in the salon or the barbershop. It's like that combined scent is this to me. And to me, that is not something that I want to smell like. It also just smells very male overall. So this is a worldly blend of delicate fruits, aromatic woods, and warm patchouli for the individual who savors a life well lived. I guess my life is not going to be well lived because, child, I cannot. This is just not the scent for me. You know, everybody's different, but for me, it's definitely too too masculine, way too masculine and way too heavy of a scent. And that's crazy coming from me because I will rock a masculine noted scent or perfume or cologne, but that one is just not for me. So another one that was one of my like top 3 is the You or Someone Etude Libre Orange. Okay, I am nothing if not somebody who thrives on consistency and also like I love the same things, let's face it. And this is like a beautiful, I would say more blood orange than orange, but it's citrus, it's bright, it's fresh. This is another one that I think would be really good for summer. Really good for summer. And there is that mintiness to it as well with, I would say, like I said, that orangey zest. Okay, so this is your Fresh Green Accord. Zest, mint, and uplifting aroma, beckoning dreamers like you or someone like you. And it's just that mint combined with that citrus is just really unique to me. And I really like this one. There is another one in this rotation that has kind of a unique scent to me. And so that's kind of where I'm leaning. I do really enjoy, you know, my same-os, my mangoes, my citrus, my rose, all of that. But I really do appreciate bringing in a unique scent to my collection, as I'm not somebody who wants to necessarily collect just to collect fragrances. I want to collect them to use them and have unique scents that I have unique memories attached to and that I continue to go back to for certain occasions. And so for me, I can see me really tying this to some events, tying this to this is what I want to feel like in this day. I'm going to wear this. So I'm really excited. That is definitely on my list. And that is definitely one of the products that is in my cart currently. And I haven't decided if it's going to stay in my cart or if it's coming out. Next is the other scent that is already in my cart that I can't decide what I'm going to do. And this is Montserrat Perfumes Oud Lemon Mint. So this is another really unique, where's the sample tried to run away, but I caught her. Okay, so this is lemon mint, like I said, and this is another really unique scent to me. So immediately off bat, you get that fresh citrus lemon scent, but there's also that mint in there as well. I would say there is also something green and savory in this as well. And I keep forgetting to say, but the last two, this one and the You or Someone You Like You, both have about medium projection, quite good longevity. I would say about 4 to 6 hours as well, which is perfect for me. I would love 8 to 10, but 4 to 6 is perfect. It's fine because then I can get home and put on another scent after that. So this one is an aromatic and citrus and woody fragrance with a touch of delicious almond. Is perfect for both men and women to enjoy. I have not yet smelled the almond, but that woody note is very true. And for me, I find that the woody note subtly disappears the longer it's on you. And the longer it's on you, I really get more of that mint and citrus. So this is why I think this could be a really nice scent for like the spring summer. I just think it'll be really cool. And if we're going based on my scent memories, this is reminding me of Juicy Couture's Majestic Woods. Let me actually get it and spray it and see if I can kind of put my nose on the differences. All right, so Juicy Couture Majestic Woods is been acquired, and let's spray it. Oh, okay. So there is a subtle similarity, but there's clear differences. Majestic Woods is actually slightly lighter in that whatever is centering and holding this down, I think it would be more along the lines of like cedarwood or sandalwood or something like that. It's a lighter, earthier kind of note, whereas this one is quite earthy. Like I'm thinking there's actual like sea moss or something in here, something like very, very green that is centering this, but in a very unique way. And it's not in a way that it's too heavy for me. Like I said, I can see myself wearing this in the summer and really getting a lot of use out of it and enjoying it. And it's just so unique that is why I kind of was into it. And it's very, also Majestic Woods has a little bit more vanilla in here, whereas this one's just a little bit more tangy. This is the tangy cousin of Majestic Woods. So I'm really happy I finally did that. I kept forgetting to do that on my own time. But yeah, lemon, mint, and the orange scent, those are the two that are currently in my cart that I think I actually want to try and finesse picking them both up. I don't know if I can truly afford that, if we're being really, really honest, but you know, when in Rome. The next one is Homage Interlude Black Iris, and this is one that I did not necessarily love, so it stayed in the packaging and I never really got much past the first impression that I did on camera the previous time I filmed this. And that's why. Okay. So there is a very, very strong smoky incense note in here to the point where it's all I can smell. And I'm not saying smoky, like Replicas by the Fireplace. That is smoky, but there's some vanilla in there. There's stuff to like ground it and also make it slightly sweet, so you can kind of you can take it. This is just like intense incense and smoky scents that it's too much for me. It is way too much for me, and my body, I can literally feel my body reacting. And I don't know if you have it the same thing, but like when I get around smoke, my throat will actually try and constrict because it's trying to like force the smoke out or something. I don't really know. But smoke makes it a little bit difficult for me to breathe sometimes. And just smelling this is like triggering my body to react. So that's quite comical actually. And that's a huge red flag that this will never be something that I really can get any use out of it. Like I said, it's just too much of that incense smoky note in the beginning for me personally to get any use out of it. And let's see if what the website says. Okay, so this says it's a fragrance invokes an air of disorder while maintaining a sense of balance and tranquility through the inventive use of orris, frankincense, and myrrh. Honestly, no ma'am, no Pam. Nope, I can't do it. And then the last one is actually a cologne, and this is Roja Perfumes Elysium Parfum Cologne. So let's get a whiff of this one. They didn't have like a particular bottle for that one, so they gave me like their branded sampler. So I really have to keep the packaging for this particular one in case I want to like remember what this sample is. And this is like a light, airy beachside citrus fragrance. Very, very nice. But to me, I can get this in like a fragrance mist that I pick up from Kohl's, or I can get this from the combination of scents that I already have. This is definitely not unique to me and nothing revolutionary. Will I get my use out of it? Of course. But am I going to pick up a full body? Yeah. Or full bottle? No, that's just not what is going to happen. So like I said, if we needed to kind of round up the ones that like I know I'm going to be picking up a full bottle of, it's definitely going to be lemon mint. Definitely going to be what is this? This is the orange one. Where's the packaging so I can remember the name? Hot scratch it. This one, the Etude Libri orange. Definitely picking up a full bottle of that. So for the Juliet Has a Gun, I like it, but I want to try the Pear Ink version. I think that is going to be the perfect one for me. I've sprayed it in store and I really did enjoy it, but I tried not to pick it up. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to be getting that. I'm pretty sure eventually I will pick up Mango Skin, but just maybe not right now. I may eventually pick up Baccarat 540. Just now, like I said, just remembering that I literally smelled it throughout the night. That would be a really cool sip memory to have through a fragrance, and hopefully I will continue to have more with that one. As for Intense Cafe and Delena, I don't think I'll be particularly picking these up, but I will continue to enjoy my samples. And same as this very last one that I just talked about, and I've already forgotten the name, Raja perfume. That one I'll definitely probably just get my use out of it and be done with it. So this has been really fun, taking my time to not only wear the fragrances that I initially really enjoyed, but also to now re-sniff them and associate myself with these scents. Let me know if there's any scent here that you actually have, that you love, that you would recommend me take a buy. I do really take into consideration the way that I can get the fragrance the cheapest, let's face it. So, you know, if you have any deals that you would like to recommend me, let your girl know, okay? Because I could always use the help in trying to save some coin. But with that said, that's all I got for you guys today. I don't know what tomorrow's video is going to be, but it's going to be a good one. I have quite a few goodies. My Give Me Glow package just got delivered. I have my Alien Cosmetics products. I still have that Milk Cosmetics palette to show you. So a lot of goodies that I can show you guys, but we'll see. I might do an old Get Ready With Me or something like that. I don't really know. So I will see you guys tomorrow, and hopefully it's a good one. Bye guys.